So it's officially been 1 week and 1 day of me being in Italy. And so I wanted to do a small, short little recap of my week. So here we go. Okay, so if you see me looking down, I'm looking at my phone. So I'm looking at the pictures because I need to know what I did each day because it's been actually crazy. Okay, so April 30th, we went on the plane from JFK to Rome. The flight was about 8 or 9 hours, something like that, and it actually was delayed because of the weather. So I actually fell asleep in the first like hour, and I was like, why aren't we taking off? Just to find out it was like, but it's okay. And then after we got off the plane, we went on a train, and from that train we went on another train that got us from Florence to from Rome to Florence. And when we got here, we were able to check into our apartment. We looked around. He showed us a bit of like how to use the appliance, where to get the water, where to get the gas, etc., etc. And then we headed off to the market. In the market, we ate some pizza. That was like literally our first meal. And then after that, we walked to our school because we had orientation then literally the next day. So we walked to the school so we knew where we were going in the morning. And then I think that's it. We were pretty tired. We were all bruised up by like the next couple days because all of our luggage. I had literally 2 maletas, a backpack, and like a duffel bag. And then my aunt who came with us had her bags, and she was helping me carry mine. And then Edwin had his own set of maletas. So it was a lot of bags, not a lot of people, and it was a struggle, but we got here. It was May 2nd, Tuesday. Yeah, I don't even know what day it is. Right, so May 2nd. Oh yeah, so we had orientation, and at the school, when as soon as we walked in, we were able to see our posters like literally posted on the walls, which was pretty dope. I didn't know we were like gonna see that as soon as we got there, but it was really nice to see our work posted up there. Well, during orientation, she just told us a little bit about like the train system here, the bus system here, how they divide up their trash, which is very good for the environment because they divide everything out. Yeah, so she just told us a little bit about living in Italy, and then she said see you tomorrow, and that was that. That was orientation. Anyway, so then we got back home. I put all of my clothes and organized them in my closet, and all my toiletries in the bathroom. Then after that, we went to the market again, and we went to the grocery store, and we started getting a bunch of stuff just to load up our refrigerator so we can cook for the rest of the week. Then that night, Edwin had decided to be the chef for the trip, so he decided to cook spaghetti, which I will put a picture. And it was pretty good. Then the next day, we had our first day of class, and during the first day of class, it was our architectural lesson. So during that lesson, the class is literally just the professor, myself, Edwin, and another student, but she's not really part of the architectural design. She's part of interior design. But anyway, so the class is literally just us two, the professor and our translator. We started off the lesson just with a slideshow of different architects that we may have heard of, and some Italian architects that I did not know, which was pretty cool. And while he was speaking, I was able to kind of understand him because Italian and Spanish are pretty similar in like with certain words that you say. So because I understand Spanish, I was able to understand him a little more than I thought I was, which was pretty cool. But of course our translator was translating for us. But yeah, then after that we started our first project like right off the bat. I didn't know we were going to start that quickly, but it's a villa, of course, because we're in Italy. So our first assignment was to design a villa. So we started basically space planning and coming up with different bubble diagrams and things like that. Later on that day, the student who was in our class, she invited us to lunch, and so we went to go get my aunt Ida back at our apartment, and then we went to go eat lunch, which is like right across the street from our school area, and the lunch was pretty good. I had lasagna, couldn't complain. Oh, we did a lot of walking around just to get familiar with the area. By that day, I want to say I was already able to find my way around. Like I knew where our apartment was, I knew where our school was, I knew where like the main grocery shops and things that we needed. So it was pretty cool that I was able to do that so quickly, being there for what, 2 days? Are we on Thursday now? I don't even know. Oh yeah, so Thursday for dinner. Wait, for dinner? Was I on Thursday? Did I miss a day? Definitely did. Okay, we're still on Wednesday. So sorry, so sorry. Wednesday we got gelato for the first time, which was good. I had cookies and cream. So good, so good. And then yeah, that's that. Okay, so now we're on Thursday. All right. I think Thursday we just had school. We had class. We probably did some more shopping. Probably did some more sightseeing, walking around the area. And then Edwin made like chicken parm with spaghetti for dinner. It's pretty good. I had like 3 plates of that, I think. Friday. So we have class Monday through Friday, which is something that's kind of new for me, because not saying it's like new for me, but like it's new because in undergrad I only had classes Monday through Thursday and no Friday. So it's not that bad though, because our classes are literally 1 class a day for 2 to 3 hours, so I can't really complain about that. But yeah, we had class Friday, and my teacher and I were just talking about my villa and what I've been working on all week throughout the class. I'm actually really liking my design. The project is going by like super fast. Like I was able to like solidify what I want it to look like and space plan like within that week. None of it is, you know, set in stone. I have to make some custom furniture and pieces and millwork, but at the same time it was just pretty cool to see how quickly I was able to do that, because I feel like in undergrad we spent so long on something, or maybe I just spent long because I was procrastinating. I don't know. Whatever. Undergrad is done. I'm graduated and on to better. Normally we have art visits every Friday, but because my aunt was in town, we decided to do something with her. We went to go visit the Church of Santa Croce, or I don't know if I'm saying this correctly, to be honest, but yes, we went to a church and it was very, very beautiful, and the details inside were just like, it was amazing. The color, the detail, like everything was just so nice. Oh yeah, in this place they had like a courtyard, which was really, really, really pretty. And the arches were like beautiful. Everything was just so nice. I loved it. And on the way back to our apartment, we actually saw like a museum that we can go to, the Museum of Illusion. So we did that really quickly, but it was just something fun and spontaneous to do right then and there, and it was pretty cheap for students. Oh, Friday was Cinco de Mayo, so we had tacos for dinner, just to celebrate Cinco de Mayo. Oh, and then technically, but not technically, I graduated on Friday. And I was valedictorian, but they didn't tell me. So I was kind of upset, because like I could have made a video speech for them to display that day, but I didn't know. I heard from a fellow classmate and they mentioned me in the speech in the beginning, just really quick, just to give me my like props, my little kudos. But it was really, really sweet. But yeah, so we watched our friends graduate. It was like bittersweet because we couldn't be there, but like we're in Italy, so it's like I was fine with it. To be honest, like I really was. I took my grad pictures. I just didn't walk across stage. It's fine. I don't really care, because I'm trying to get my master's and I'll walk for that. Oh yeah, so we were up, I think we were up late until like 3 maybe in the morning. I don't know, we were up late, but we had to go to sleep early because the next day we kind of filled our day with things to do with Aida, since she was leaving Sunday. So Saturday what we had done was we went to the Domo. We went inside. We didn't climb the Domo, but we were able to look at like, you know, the church and the exterior, the interior, and we saw like all the painting on Domo. It was just another thing that was like spectacular. She told us, our tour guide told us that the exterior was more decorative than the interior, because when you're inside they just wanted you to focus on God. And yeah, so I thought that was interesting. And the inside really was pretty plain compared to the exterior. And then she also said that the dome where they painted all the people and angels and all that stuff, that if you go up to it, everything is distorted, because they wanted you to be able to see the paintings like clearly, like the curves from below, so like from here and not really from up here. So it would have been cool to see it. Maybe we could see it because we're gonna be here for so long. But yeah, so fun fact. After that, we did some walking around. We found a really cute store that Edwin was like in love with, and it was pretty cool because it kind of was like his senior thesis. There we saw a bunch of stores, and we finally got to our destination, which was the train station. And on the train station, we took a train, I think it was like about an hour, to Pisa. And at Pisa, of course, we saw the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and we saw the cathedral that was like right next to it. Leaning Tower of Pisa was a whole thing. I can do a video on that. I mean, the experience was great, but it was just, sometimes there's like no communication here, and that's what I still have to get used to. But you have to do a lot of self-advocating. Just keep in mind. But yeah, so we got to Pisa, we went inside the Leaning Tower, and when you're climbing, it literally feels like you're like leaning. It's kind of crazy, but the view up there was amazing. You got to see the top of the cathedral, you got to see the mountains, and like you got to see everything. Like it was great. I loved it. And then after that, of course, you know, I had to take my touristy shots there. But then after that, I think we left. Yeah, we left Pisa. We went back on the train. We went back to Florence, because the next day we really had to wake up early because Isla was leaving. So we brought Isla to the airport not to the airport, to the train station, very early in the morning, I think around like 7 or something. And then after that, we came home. I did my Sunday cleaning. I cleaned my tub, my toilet, all of that. I did some laundry for the first time. That was interesting because we have a washer here, but there's no dryer, so I had to hang all my clothes. But I didn't do it outside because I don't like bugs. So I have a rack in my room, and I hung it, and it kind of took like all day and then another day to dry. So that was my first week in Florence. It was a good week overall. I took a lot of pictures. Follow me on Instagram if you don't already, so you can see all my pictures. D Ruiz 325. Same thing with my TikTok, D Ruiz 325, and you're gonna be seeing a bunch of TikToks and pictures from this trip. But I will try to upload like a weekly recap, or just insert like a recap video, you know what I mean? I don't know, just so I can document this, because I'm here and I'm doing the thing, and I just want to have memories of all of this. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the